So you've heard about it. The clean streets, the futuristic skyline, the food that slaps. Singapore is often called Asia's Switzerland. Efficient, safe, and expensive. But how expensive is it really? Today, we're diving into the real cost of living in Singapore. From housing and hawker stalls to hidden costs and creature comforts. Let's break it down. Let's start with the biggest expense, housing. Rent in Singapore is no joke. A one-bedroom apartment in the city center, around SGD $3,500. That's about $2,600 USD. Move a little further out and you might pay SGD $2,200 to $2,800, but you're also spending more time on transport. Now, if you're lucky enough to get an HDB flat, that's public housing, you can score way better deals. Think SGD $1,500 to $2,000 for a decently located flat. But wait, foreigners usually can't buy HDB flats unless they're permanent residents. So most expats, you're renting, and it adds up fast. Also, apartments often come partially furnished. So expect to buy your own washer, bed, and sometimes even a fridge. Fun. Next up, utilities. Electricity, water, and gas combined, around SGD $150 to $250 per month. Internet, about SGD $40 to $60. Mobile plans are affordable, SGD $20 to $40 depending on data. But here's the kicker, air conditioning. Singapore is hot, always. So unless you love sweating 24/7, you'll run that AC, and your electric bill will feel it. Now let's talk transportation. The good news? Singapore has one of the best public transit systems in the world. An MRT card, called an EasyLink, makes getting around super easy and cheap. A full month of public transport costs around SGD $100 to $150. That's $75 to $110 USD. Taxis are more expensive but still manageable. Grab, a ride-hailing app, is popular. But surge pricing can be brutal, and if you're thinking of buying a car, don't. A car in Singapore can cost upwards of SGD $100,000. Why? Because of something called a Certificate of Entitlement, COE, a government-issued permit that can cost more than the car itself. Basically, the government really doesn't want you to own a car. And your wallet will agree. Let's get to the fun part, food. Singapore is a foodie paradise. You can eat like a king at a hawker center for SGD $4 to $6 per meal. That's under $5 USD. These are open-air food courts where you'll find world-class noodles, chicken rice, laksa, satay, all cheap, fast, and delicious. But eating out at restaurants? That's where prices jump. A basic meal at a mid-range restaurant? Around SGD $20 to $30. Fancy dinner? SGD $60 to $100 per person. Alcohol? Expensive. A pint of beer? Around SGD $12 to $15. Cocktails? Don't ask. Just know they'll hurt your soul and your budget. Next, groceries. If you cook at home, you'll save money, but not as much as you'd think. Singapore imports almost all its food, so groceries are pricey, especially if you want Western brands. Milk? SGD $3.50 a liter. A box of cereal? SGD $7.9. Cheese? Ridiculously expensive. A simple weekly grocery haul for one person? Around SGD $100 to $150. Pro tip, shop at wet markets for produce and seafood. They're cheaper, fresher, and you'll feel like a local. Healthcare? Surprisingly great. If you're a resident, you get access to subsidized public healthcare. If you're an expat, you'll likely need private insurance. A standard doctor visit at a private clinic, SGD $50 to $80. Dental cleaning, around SGD $100. Basic health insurance, around SGD $100 to $200 per month, depending on coverage. The care is high quality, clean, and efficient. But again, check if your employer provides insurance. Otherwise, budget it in. Let's talk entertainment and lifestyle. Gym memberships, SGD $100 to $200 per month. Movie ticket, about SGD $13. Streaming services like Netflix or Disney Plus are similar to US prices. Shopping can be affordable if you stick to local brands or hit the markets. But high-end malls are everywhere. Orchard Road is basically designer paradise, and it's very tempting. Going out, bars, nightclubs, and brunches will run you SGD 100 plus per night easily. Oh, and you'll need an umbrella all year round. Weather in Singapore is two things, hot and wet. every day. Let's not forget the hidden costs. Visa fees, apartment agent fees, usually 1 month's rent upfront, maintenance fees if you rent a condo, and the dreaded 13% service plus GST charge at most restaurants. It adds up. Oh, and laundry? Most apartments have washers, but not dryers. So you'll be hanging clothes indoors or paying for laundry service if you're fancy. So what's the real monthly cost of living in Singapore? Here's a sample budget for a single expat living decently, but not lavishly. Rent, SGD $2,500 utilities, SGD $200 transport, SGD $120 groceries, SGD $500 eating out, and fun, SGD $600 health insurance, and MISC, SGD $200. That's around SGD $4,100 per month or $3,000 USD. Can you live on less? Yes, if you house share, skip bars, and eat only at hawker stalls. Can you spend more? Absolutely. Singapore has no ceiling. So, is it worth it? That depends. If you love safety, cleanliness, order, and incredible food, Singapore delivers. It's modern, efficient, and incredibly international. But if you're on a tight budget, it's not the easiest place to stretch a dollar to. Still, many say the quality of life is worth the price tag. It's a city that works and makes you feel like a grown-up doing grown-up things. If this gave you clarity or saved you a few $1,000s, hit that like button. Drop a comment if you're curious about budgeting in Asia or want to see a cost breakdown of another city. And don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into global living, money psychology, and weird culture stuff around the world. Catch you next time.